Hi, my name is Wayne Scott, and I went to Tufts University and graduated in 1989, and I graduated from Tufts University Medical School in 1996. I completed my ophthalmology residency and fellowship training in Boston, Massachusetts, and I'm presently a practicing ophthalmologist here in Albany, New York. What do you like better, 1 or 2?
1.
The reason why I love practicing ophthalmology is that majority of the patients that I see come in with a problem in the clinic, and I'm able to take care of the problem and help them. And that makes me feel great.
So my name's Rebecca Stanley, and I live and work in Albany, New York, and when I have days off and weekends free, I come up here to beautiful Lake George and I put my little bottom on a sailboat and race against other disabled and non-disabled people and do competitive sailing. We have a program called Why Not Sailing up here on Lake George, and it's about 8 years old. There are quite a few people of all ages and all ranges of ability and disability involved in the program. We share one thing in common, and that's the love of being outdoors and being out in the water and challenging ourselves. I was disabled when I was 22 years old in a car accident. After becoming disabled, I thought that my participation in sports would be relegated to being a spectator until I found sailing. It's the kind of a sport that you never get to the point where you're bored. There's always something new, it's different every day, and there's always something to learn.
My name is Walt Pavlo, and I'm a convicted felon. I went to prison for 2 years for wire fraud, money laundering, and received an enhancement for obstruction of justice. And in 1992, I went to work for MCI WorldCom. By 1996, I was involved in a multi-million-dollar fraud against the company. I was sentenced to 41 months in prison, and I spent 2 years in prison as a result of a reduction that I received from a residential drug abuse program. I assumed that the other inmates that were in prison with me were uneducated, uncaring, lazy, had a cynical background of what the world was like. We're always thinking about crime, we're always thinking about violence, and nothing was further from the truth. These were caring people, they were intelligent. Doesn't mean that they had necessarily a college education, but they certainly had the capability to have one. Most people, when they first look at me, would say, I would definitely hire you. But once I fill out the job application and were to write on there that I'm a convicted felon or that they would do a background check, I think that they would immediately think twice about hiring me for any position.
Just a few notes. My name is Lilo Kantorowitz Glick. I graduated from college at age 69. And from high school at age 62, because I had a very interrupted education in Germany and never quite finished. So I wanted somehow what every child in this country has, an education and something finished. So a very wonderful friend of mine advised me to get my high school degree first. So I went to a tutorial, and I studied very hard. It was very difficult because I had this multiple choice answers in this country. I'd never heard of it in all my life. Where I came from, somebody asked you a question, you knew it or you didn't know it. So I thought all these answers sounded very, very good. So I answered them all. And of course, I would have flunked if I would have done this in an exam. And I was shown how to think and how to choose an answer which probably might be the best. The kids looked at me funny first, but only for one day. And the teachers were scared of me, because at the time I was also professor in music in the music department. And here I was a freshman in college, so people couldn't quite figure this out, but they got it. And then I was just one of the students. I was very comfortable with the students. We had a wonderful time together, we studied together, and we built friendships which lasted through the years.